A German derby between Chemnitzer and RGC Hansa. Let's introduce the two teams, starting with RGC Hansa. Number 2, Glenn Colbert. 3, John Turlock. 6, Sammy Zollider. And number 7, Renaud Tida. The head coach is Mario Turlock. And assistant coach, Christoph Gotz. And now introducing Chemnitzer! Number 3, Ruben Shepherd. Number 6, Oliver Horror. 7, Felix Rowe. And number 8, Strider Philip. The coach is Sasha Tirius. Your 2 referees are Vilma Venskutanite and Jonas Solakini. Thank you, let's play!
on my left and RGC Hansa on my right. I remind the audience to be quiet while the ball is in play and switch off your mobile phones. Thank you.
So welcome back to live coverage of the Super European Goalball League Champions League Division North. We are about to get underway for our penultimate match, our third qualifying game. It's a German derby. It's against RGC Hansa. And the first throw from RGC Hansa. We have Turloff, Zverev and Tide for RGC. As for Chemnitzer, we have Felix Rog, Oliver Horoff and Chemnitzer. What's on the court for Chemnitzer? Here is Felix Rog. An awkward effort was attempted to post. And delights to say, penultimate game. Florian, Sarametti is joining me, and we have another German derby.
Yeah, a great game to expect here, and a game where Chemnitzer is a small favorite, so we're undefeated in the group stages, and they play RGC Hansa that are missing from the Tiger, who's one of the star players there, but they have shown grit earlier so far, and both Johan Turloff and Tide are very good players. I'm saying that they conceive a goal underneath the center, but the center is also the weakest point. But he's a young guy and he's coming up on the ranking. So, but I think it could be a close game if just RGC Hansa could have the defense in order. Tide on the left-hand side, bouncing straight down the line. Around now with a quick reply on Tide. Turloff collects the ball on the left-hand side, goes over to the right-hand side, throws a bounce into the gap, just collected by the center and passes back to Roger.
John Turloff on the far right side, going cross court, that's wide in the end. So of course, both of these teams vying for a position in the final stages. Super European Goalball League. Zolidev just goes it in the second attempt. Fist bump from the assistant coach, Christoph Gortz.
Hurrah now with the ball on center. So it's down to the right hand side of the gap, collected by Reno. Tide who gives the ball to Turloff. Turloff now on the left hand side. Throws onto the feet of the center. Shetelic, he gives the ball to Roger. Roger on the left hand side with the bounce straight to the center.
Zolidev then, the centre player, just rolling towards Felix, who's playing on the left. Far side of the courts. Chemnitzer throwing from left to right. And that's an awkward one that's saved by Tide. RGC Hansa throwing from right to left. Here's Tide. Throw towards the far side of the court. That's blocked by Felix on the left side, sporting his green trainers, and finds the gap between Zolidev and Tide, and that's 2-0. Chemnitzer in the driving seat inside opening 3 and a bit minutes.
And yet again it goes in basically the same spot as previous, straight into the center. The center Zolidev miscalculated the bounce of the angle.
Oh, that just goes between the Turloff. Just a little bit of hesitancy there in defence.
Yeah, and reading the body languages of the two teams, it's a little bit like the big brother is playing against the little brother, and you can see that very clear on the body language from the players in RGC Hansa, that they just don't believe in the objective, and I truly believe that they can give Chemnitzer a very good run for the money here if they just believe in themselves and play like they're playing another team instead of thinking, oh no, we're playing the big boys from Chemnitzer.
Yeah. So the reigning champions is deflected. Oh, he goes into the back of the net. That's agonisingly for RGC. Hansa just spins into the back of the net from the initial save from Zoldev. And a timeout called from Mario Turloff. And inside, well, just over 4 minutes. It's 4-0 to Chemnitzer. And it's been such a strong start from the reigning Gold Ball Bundesliga champions. These two often battle it out in that Bundesliga. And at the moment, Chemnitzer are leading on the European stage here. Just over 4 minutes gone.
You can see that also when I'm talking about the body language. Also, when you see it on Mario, he doesn't even get upset. He's not even angry, and they're down 4-0. Yeah, not even 4 minutes. Well, just above 5 minutes gone in the first half here. Turloff now with the throw down straight to the center.
Shedlish with the throw, it's blocked. Zoldev. John Turloff whips it to Horoff, and he's right behind it. Good save down to left by Zoldev.
There we have Reno, now Reno Tida on the left-hand side with the ball. Turloff with the dummy run. Tida to the center. Passes the ball to Horoff. Horoff on the right-hand side. Fires down the line and just lodge out. And now they are trying to pump up the team and the staff members of the RGC Hansa.
Yeah, just getting enough on that save. Tida. And that's a long ball given against John Turloff. And a chance for Chemnitzer to add their fifth. Felix is going to have the opportunity to throw here. Just standing slightly left of centre. Runs towards and fires at that far side and misses.
Tida now takes the ball on the right hand side, goes back to the left hand side, throwing cross court, and just blocking a barrel. Marino is very good at this, running one way and throwing the other way. So, and that's what he needs to continue to do. Something with the clock wasn't running or was running.
Clock wasn't running for 2 seconds.
Quiet, please. Play.
Felix goes down that far side.
Turloff, goes down the line.
Quiet, please. Play.
Her out on the right hand side. throwing cross-court bounce. Passes the center, but blocked behind him by Turloff. Turloff again, wide. He had a few shots towards the left-hand side of wide. Why do you think that is?
It's just slightly maybe pulling the ball. Is it just a case of dragging the ball from the throw and just not getting the initial body position of the throw right?
Yeah. He's stressing away the shot instead of just giving himself one more second in the throw before getting it off. Tida now from the left-hand side cross court, blocked by Roger. Roger with a quick return.
Wide again. On both sides of the, certainly on that far side of the court, John and Felix.
Turloff on the right-hand side. Very good effort there, but the precision wasn't good enough. It was dead in center. Hurrah on the right-hand side. Up to the gap was a very good bounce and a good block there by the feet of Tida.
Throws down the centre, just runs slightly towards the goal line, but picked up by Felix Roger and the reply. This one's on target. John Turloff smothers the ball, runs back to his goal line, unleashes one cross court. It's saved initially and safe into the hands of Horoff. And straight down the middle and scores. That's just change of angle, that movement going around Chemnitzer, firing it down the centre between the gap. And it was already there. Felix recovers and collects the ball after the ricochet off the centre. And Felix goes for it, saved by Turloff, diving to his left.
Turloff now on the goes into the middle and fires it down from middle, straight to middle. He hasn't had the same accuracy as he had in the previous games. And another bounce there now from Setelic that goes underneath the center, but saved behind him by Tida. Tida on the right hand side throws it down straight to the center.
Just skimming the outside of the post. There was a big gap.
Yeah.
Far side left by John.
Turloff just, this is the second time he goes in very, very quickly to recover up behind the center and opens up a huge gap to the post. And this is just a result of when you don't trust your center, you overdo your defensive work towards the gap between you and the center. And that opens up the post a lot. Rogan on the left-hand side. Just
well, they're really targeting that bottom corner of the far side of the goal. Alright, Chemnitzer, in particular Felix on that far left side.
Turloff from right to left and fires into the gap. Blocked by the feet of Setelic and gives the ball to Horoff. Horoff now on the right hand side. Fires it.
Yes, sir!
Cross court just passes the center. Turloff takes the ball after some scramble and throws out wide again on the left hand side.
You mentioned previously about John Turloff, and not just John, but other players when it happens, that just rushing to get rid of the ball. That's why the ball goes wide, and it's just not the accuracy is not there.
Yeah, exactly, because you're not oriented. You're twisting the body on one side or the other instead of just finding your base rhythm. And for example, like you see many of the players before they shoot, they go backwards with the body towards the goal post. It's just to feel that you are facing your opponent straight, dead straight.
Yeah, you often see players like Jan Boschek was an example. He almost just crashes against the crossbar.
Yeah.
Actually feels that he's got that line and that momentum. And that's the 5th, and they've been targeting that far corner, and finally Felix gets it in within the post this time.
Yeah, that's even the 6th goal. 6-0 with 3 minutes and 36 seconds remaining. And I honestly did not believe that the game would be this unmatched in the previous hand. Oh, and there we go. Number 7.
Yeah, that awkward bouncing effort. It just got so much height in it, and just I've seen it trouble so many players. That awkward bounce going over the top of the bodies. And that is 7-0 with 3 minutes and 16 seconds left in the first half, and Chemnitzer are well on their way to securing a place in the final stages.
Yeah, but a lot easier than I thought and was hoping for. But it's I cannot let go of this body language that I see on the players. It's really a big brother against a little brother fight here, and it's almost like RGC Hansa were beaten even before the game started. And because you could see that until the 4-0, not even the bench reacted. Otherwise, you would see Mario furious after 1 goal in, and the players doesn't really have the same in their attitude.
Officials mistake.
Quiet, please.
Tiago just pressing the horn by accident there. 10-second timers, Patrick Larson and Tiago.
Expulsion. Chemnitzer.
Out number 6 in number 8.
So Oliver Horoff comes off and will be replaced by number 8, Schreider.
And Horoff is complaining about the patches because he isn't sweaty, so that it really hurts when you tear them off. That's why you see that. But that also says something, that if he's not even sweaty enough for the patches to be sweaty, that just says a lot of how obviously Hansa have been pushing Chemnitzer.
Centre. Good bounce that one. Zolida deals with that one a lot better though, and gets an encouragement from Mario, the head coach. Gila takes the ball from the far side, skimming the top of the crossbar, launches it down the centre on this near side. Philip, the substitute, on this near side into the path of Zolidev. 2.5 minutes remaining of this first half. Turloff. And scores, Jan Turloff. Well, he's been wanting to find that bottom corner all throughout the game, and it's just a change of approach, that change of angle that manages to squeeze it past Philip and into the back of the net.
Yeah, it's a pretty great movement and beautiful accuracy there from Turloff.
Oh, and an instant response though from Chemnitzer. It's 8-1, and Chemnitzer asserts that they are the in team at the moment.
2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining on the clock. And we have a great bounce, just collected there by Turloff. Squeezed it between his hip and his hand after the ricochet from the center.
Quiet, please. Play.
Turloff gets his body behind that one. Felix goes to the corner. Oh, good save, just tipping it onto the post. Just getting something to it.
Tida on the left-hand side after the run from Turloff. in the air and just landed very good. Did you see what he did? That he just pushed himself backward towards the goal line to be able to save the ball. And that's exactly what you need to do when the ball goes straight up in the air.
Quiet, please. Play.
Bouncing effort that Zolidev deals with again well. John Turloff gives it a whip down the court towards Felix Roger, and he will pick up the ball, almost moonwalk to the centre, and goes back out to that far side, down the centre, and Zolidev is there.
Now T down the left-hand side. Throws it down straight to the center. It's now with another good bounce and a very, very good save there by the feet of Zolidev. And 30 seconds remaining of the first half, and we have 8-1 for Chemnitzer.
Philip, the first half substitutes, lets one rip down that far side, and John Turloff just gets himself back into position after the initial save. Turloff goes for that gap, and it's Philip who just slides across the court with his feet and saves.
Roger now with the 8 seconds remaining. Can he make it 9? A very good effort, but a good defense there. And we have 5 seconds remaining. Tida takes the ball on the right-hand side. It runs over to the left-hand side. Scores cross-court. And a block by Roger. And half-time. A very unexpected half-time, in my opinion. What's your opinion?
I just thought with the idea of it being a bit of a German derby, and both teams, of course, have faced each other in the past, that they'll want to try and come out on top. Both of these sides, Chemnitzer, of course, coming into this one, as you mentioned, with probably with the advantage, with Thomas Steiger not being in the team, and the youngster Zolidev. But I'm surprised it's 8-1. I have to admit, I thought there would be a lot, not really, really close, but I thought Hansa would have definitely given them more of a game.
Yeah, me too. Like I said, I had Chemnitzer as a favorite before the game, but I really believe that it would be a tighter fight, and hopefully RGC Hansa now goes in with the attitude that we're down 1-8, we have nothing to lose, just go out and give them one hell of a fight. And if they do that, they can surely at least make Chemnitzer work a little harder for it.
So we have one more game to come to round off the weekend, and it's a Finnish derby to close off proceedings between Old Power and Aisti Sports. That will be our final game of the weekend, our last qualification match. So we have Invasport Ukraine and Napa, who are through to the finals. Later on in the year, we'll find out in this second half who will be joining them. It's very likely that it will be Chemnitzer, but never say never.
We have no substitutions in either team.
Yeah, as you were then for the start of this second half. Oliver Horoff just sat down in the team bench area, sharing a smile with his coach Sasha.
It's quite easy to dance in halftime when you're leading
Yes.
8-1.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's a nice feeling. Of course, Chemnitzer 3 goals away without reply, and finishing the game early in this second half.
for Chemnitzer, it's really important to just keep on doing what they're doing and not to relax too much, because the goalball is goalball, and 2 or 3 goals, quick goals, and the foundation starts shaking.
I guess just from that's the view that RGC Hansa, as you sort of mentioned earlier, just have got to go with in terms of get the first 1 or 2 goals, just put pressure on and see where you can go from there.
They have nothing to lose. They're down by 7 goals, so just to go out there with an attitude that we're gonna give it our best, and even if we lose, we're at least gonna be proud of the effort we gave in the second half.
Chemnitzer will start with the ball. Right, please. Center. Left.
Roger with the first throw from center with a very good bounce that clears the center, but saved behind him by the hands of Turloff, who comes over to the left hand side with a throw down the line and saved by Schreider.
Yeah, Philip with the first throw of the second half. It's a bit of a bounce to it, whip to it, touched over the crossbar. Zolidev, he didn't touch in the first instance, the first throw of the second half, but does get enough in the second. Now he's running Tida to apply, and Shelterish gets enough behind it. Zolidev gets his body behind it. John Turloff's just opted to come towards this near side of this near corner. He's got 1 to his name in the first half. Only goal for RGC Hansa in that opening 12 minutes.
Schreider now from the right hand side throws a bounce, lands in the hands of Sotolev, who gives the ball to Turloff. Cross-court bounce, saved by Schreider. Roger hasn't had a ball to defend against in quite some time now.
No, he's just sort of been a bit of a spectator, hasn't he? Certainly in this second half. Now Felix is going to take the reins and have a throw. And scores!
Yeah.
Straight away, that's at 9-1. It's almost like they were just sort of powering him up, ready for the throw.
Yeah.
In the second half. Tida with the initial dummy run, Turloff with the throw.
And now we have Shetelic, who throws out to the right hand side. Fires a bounce straight to the center and blocked by Sotolev, who gives the ball to Tida, runs over to the right hand side, goes cross court back to the left hand side, blocked by Schreider.
Tida gets enough behind it and blocks the ball out.
Tida on the left hand side with a bounce straight into the net, just underneath the feet of the center Chelikic, and we have 2-9.
Yeah, goal for either winger, Turloff and Tida, both share in the goals. Launches one down the centre, Zolidev gets behind it, Tida Weed with the goal, goes for it again, and that's a long ball. Almost a little bit too much excitement from that recent goal.
Roger with the ball from center. Tida sitting at the 6-meter line and blocked.
Positive block from Tida. Comes over to John Turloff.
Shetelic now from center with the high bounce, blocked by the legs of Sotolev. turn off now from the right hand side. Goes into the center, fires for the cross court. Blocked by the knees of Chemnitzer.
Quiet, please. Play.
Ida, left hand side, left bounce, straight to the center. Gives the ball to Roger. Roger now goes back to the line. Very good effort there. Turloff and Shodelev.
Sjötelish, the centre for Chemnitzer, goes towards this centre counterpart, Zoliev, and he blocks and gives it to Renatida. Tida on the far side goes down the centre. Initially looked like it was going cross court, but just wrecked it round towards the centre. Schreiber now stands tall. He has a really tall stance, does Philip, when he unleashes the ball. Turloff goes towards this near side towards Philip.
Roger now on the left hand side goes for into the gap on the left hand side, and we have another goal. And we have 10-2 for Chemnitzer with 8:15 remaining, and Mario is trying to send some encouraging words and claps from the bench. Tide now from right hand side to the left hand side. Bounce into the gap, blocked by the feet of Shetelic.
That block, timeouts from RGC Hansa. So, Chemnitzer leading by 10 goals to 2. Just under 8 minutes remaining of the second half, and are well on course for a place in the finals. Chemnitzer just carrying on from the start of, well, from the first half, I should say. Carrying on that momentum. Just 2 goals away from a messy victory.
As the game has been going so far, it's just a matter of time of can RGC Hansa continue the game the entire 24 minutes, or will Chemnitzer just be too strong and finish it off earlier? That was a long ball.
Number 7,
Tide sits again at the 6-meter line, but goes back.
Oh, and just misjudged from Renatide, who was almost just exactly
yeah. It wasn't a good penalty, but just misjudged by Tide. We have 11-2 with 7:37 remaining. Shetelic from center throws towards the right hand side, blocked by Tide. Goes out to the right hand side. Goes cross court. Out.
So 1 goal away, and it's Schreiber Philip. Can he be the match winner? Can't get past Solidev. Can RGC Hansa just prolong this game? Turloff. Oh, it's off the post and in! So it's a second for John Turloff. Very similar to his first goal.
Just extends the game a little more. And now we have Roge on the left hand side, through cross court, just blocked by the hands of Tide. Tide fires a bounce into the gap.
Timeout called by Chemnitzer, and with the score at 11-3.
Sasha just skips in, skip hopping into the players, and he took the timeout just to avoid the 10 seconds penalty. We have 6:54 remaining.
What's impressed you the most, Florian, with Chemnitzer's performance in this game? Is it just keeping professional and just getting the job done, in a sense?
Yeah, more of that than the actual play itself, because to be honest, RGC Hansa hasn't really been giving them a game, and you could see that from Oliver Huraf, who was substituted out. He wasn't even sweaty, but that's an art of itself, to be able to be professional even though the competitors aren't giving you a game. And they scored once again now, so we have 12-3 for Chemnitzer. With 6:45, it was Felix Roger from the right-hand side who threw a smooth shot underneath the center shoulder. Tide runs over to the right-hand side, throws to the gap, and a quick return by shoulder. Chetelic.
6.5 minutes remaining. John Turloff is just leaning on this near post. It's just switched to Tia. Philip makes the initial save, it bounces, he just adjusts himself and gets behind the ball. Philip is saved by Turloff, who gets behind it.
Turloff now on the left-hand side.
And it hits the post, it goes across the whole line and stays out. How does that stay out? Sasha can't believe it, the head coach down here.
Yeah, it bounced on the post up in the air, and Schreider made an acrobatic movement, had his leg over the ball and landed on the right side of the goal line, just kept it out, and now it's a goal. It's Turloff who went from right to left, who threw a straight shot just in between the legs of Schreider this time, and goal.
Solidev diving to his left. So Turloff adds his third. Philip with the block this time. Oh, and he just goes underneath the body of Solidev. It's happened once, well, more than once and twice in this game. Tida gets in trouble. Turloff goes for that favoured move he's developed in this game, just marking his run, going towards this near corner. Felix Rogue responds into the path of Solidev.
Tida on the left side again in between the legs of Schreider. And RGC Hansa finally starts to fight back.
Yeah, just a bit of a fight back from RGC Hansa. And it just nestles inside the post.
A very beautiful shot there from Roger, who goes from left to right hand side and throws into the corner of Reino Tide. Just nestles itself in. We have 13-5 with a little more than 4.5 minutes remaining.
Oh, a cheeky little effort from
Brazilian.
Shelterlish.
Yeah.
Just placing the ball through his legs. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Yeah, he tried that yesterday, but he fell when he did that. Yeah.
Okay. So 13-5 the score, with 4 minutes and 23 seconds left on the clock. A reminder, one more game to come, our final qualification game between Old Power and Aisti Sport. That'll be our final match of the weekend.
Turloff has the ball for RGC Hansa now after the timeout and gonna have the throw. He stands on the left-hand side, but he's and he throws it. It was a beautiful bounce that went straight down the line, just by the post, and we have 6-13.
Sasha Tinius, the Chemnitzer coach, was pretty adamant that was a long ball, but it was
very close.
It was really close. But
Yeah.
John Turloff adds that's his fourth. The ball just rolling and over the goal line into the back of the net. So that's a seventh for RGC Hansa.
They have fought harder the last 3 minutes than they have the entire game.
Well, 4 minutes to go. There's still time left in this game. It would be a mighty comeback. Oh, but that's a great response from Felix Roden. Just restoring some order for Chemnitzer, and actually looking down, Mario just leans his back and goes frustrated with that immediate response. And long ball. Sasha was about to run off in despair at one point.
Yeah, but this was less of a long ball than the previous one, so it was a little bit of a compensation, I think.
So Schreider Philip on this,
Schreider, on the left-hand side.
on this near side, using the left hand on the top of the crossbar, goes down the middle, Turloff saves. Well, John, sort of offensively, in the attacking part of the game, has performed well. It's just tightening up that defensive stability for RGC Hansa.
Yeah, definitely, and they have received 14 goals, so of course we're not going to beat any team who receive 14 goals.
That is a long ball, and that's a little habit that John Turloff's got into, giving away these long ball penalties.
Yeah.
Shelterish will take over responsibility. Stands in the centre of his goal, just after to run slightly, and straight into the path of John Turloff. That's another save.
And Oliver Herhoff on the bench just puts his hand on his face and said, "Oh no, we missed another one." Rogan out from the left-hand side. Goes back to the left-hand side. Fires it down the line, blocked by Turloff. Turloff goes from right to left. Fires it into the gap, blocked by the right foot of Chetelic. Schreider on the right-hand side, throwing cross-court. Blocked by Turloff.
Tida aiming towards Schreider Philip, under 3 minutes to go. Oh, that's an awkward bouncing effort that's just cleared away by the legs of Zolgadev, just positioned his body well. John Turloff will take over throwing responsibility, throws it down the centre. Felix will throw for Chemnitzer, just lines his body up, launches it down the centre.
That was very, very suspicious. It was a high ball, but they got away with that one.
Oh, and it's a goal for RGC Hansa.
Yeah.
Turloff was just in the back of the net, and hope John
hope.
Turloff's okay here.
Yeah, he threw himself in the goalie there, the posts that are inside the goal when he defended.
More carrying on.
2:05 remaining, 15-7 for Chemnitzer. Tide on the left-hand side with the ball. Fires a long ball.
Number 7, Hansa.
we have Roger. We'll see if Oliver Harafa will be happy or disappointed yet again.
Felix scores, no mistake there.
Yeah, very, very beautiful goal there. And Tide were sitting up in the 6-meter line, but the pace was too great.
Number 3, Hansa.
We have a medical timeout there for.
Medical substitution, Hansa out number 3.
Yeah, we have the medical substitution there for John Turloff after the incident he had into the goal when he threw himself. He threw himself backwards, and the throw was very powerful. So it was, yeah, it didn't look pleasant.
No, it didn't, and I hope John is gets a full recovery from that one. It was a really awkward landing, so it just flew himself into the back of the net. And was just sort of stanchions in the back of the netting, just to keep the net and the ball net upright. Just collided into one of those. The Korean goal rep has come on to the court and launches one at Shrine Philip.
On the center, fires it straight to the center, collected by shoulder depth, gives the ball to Tide, and to the gap, blocked by the feet of Cetelic, who goes back to the center, goes a little bit to the left, with a good bounce, and there we have 17-7, ladies and gentlemen, and a knockout. With 1:06 remaining, and that's a game, and that's a wrap-up.
It certainly is. Well, Chemnitzer have qualified to the finals stage, beating their German rivals 17-7. Comprehensive performance from Chemnitzer. RGC Hansa, well, they were in a position where they were 7-0 down, so they gave a bit of a fight back after that point, and John Turloff scored a few but took a bit of a tumble in the back of the net, so we hope he's okay. He's standing up and walking over to the referee's table. But that brings a close to the competition for both of these sides, Chemnitzer and RGC Hansa. It's been a joy to follow them throughout the tournament, but it's Chemnitzer who qualify through to the final stage, and we have one more game to go. It's all power against Aisti Sport. Ready to go one final time, Florian?
Yeah, of course, and just a few words about Chemnitzer, because they are going through to the final stage, and they're absolutely one of the top teams there. So if I was a coach for the team, one of the teams that's going through, I would definitely be looking at the videos of them.
Well, there we have it. Chemnitzer are through to the final stage. One more game to go. All power against Aisti Sport coming up next.